Manchester United 2, Wolves 1, season over, second place for Manchester United. Wasn't that bad, was it?
The grand scheme of things, nah.
It was all right. All right.
It's all right.
That's about it. That's all we can say. Game today, though.
No one's popping champagne for coming miles behind second, do they?
No, mile behind City. But it's not what we all expect. Well, a few of us predicted it, coming second and first.
And the third.
And the third. But
Didn't that would happen
I think at the same time, I think we were thinking as well, do you know what, if we get a top four, any shape or form, we've done all right this year. And to come comfortably second.
Top four on a trophy, progress.
Yeah.
No one's celebrating it. No one's losing their fucking mind over it. Progress.
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 What about, talk a bit about progress, some of the youngsters playing today, that was good to see.
Yeah.
Elanga getting his second appearance and getting his first goal. Ahmad looking sharp. Looks very, very sharp. And also, not so much a youngster, but Donny van der Beek seemed to play some good stuff today. I think that's his best 90 minutes in a United shirt, in my opinion.
I don't think it was quite as good as Southampton.
Right.
Don't know if he played the full 90, and I don't think he did. But
no.
I think Southampton, he was very, very good. Today I think he was good,
yeah,
but not very, very good. When I thought Southampton he was. But he looked good.
Yeah.
I don't think you can fully judge him until you've seen him play week in, week out for 6 games.
No.
I don't think it's fair to judge him until he's done that.
No.
Look at some performances that you've seen from people. When you get that from him, you go, oh, fucking, that's pretty good. Him.
Yeah.
He's undoubtedly a talented lad.
Yeah.
I just don't think we've seen anywhere enough of him yet. And when you look at some of the signings that have come into other high pressing sort of energetic teams, which United were and have really sort of had to come off just to survive. You know, when Klopp was signing players, when Pep signing players, not often people go straight in the mixer
and fly into it. No, you look at City last few seasons. You look at Cancelo, hardly had a kick last year. Was very, very good this season. You look at some of their midfielders. Gundogan's taken a couple of seasons to kind of find his feet. Same thing with Klopp. I think Wijnaldum and Henderson and Milner. His workers did well.
Fabinho was dragged in pretty slowly.
Yeah.
Keita was dripped in,
and he's done very little for them. Yeah. So I think there is something in that. I think there's Ollie has changed how we do things. You've seen how that stat that came out this week, Athletic did how many runs and stuff, and you see Leeds miles ahead. You see United there, but I think the thing that jumped out at me...
We were bottom of that list.
We were bottom. That I was going to say, look where Tottenham are on that list. They are miles down that list. And Pochettino had them running. So for that change to happen, I think people underestimated how much of a change Jose had in that team, how little he had them sprinting, how much they weren't pressing. And I think that change has been big. And for players like Donny van der Beek, it's a big change. Coming into the Premier League from Ajax or Manchester United or any team is a big step anyway. Especially if you haven't played in 6 months like he hadn't. He hadn't played since March. To do that anyway was a big step. So I think that I'm hoping pre-season changes Donny van der Beek. And I'm hoping as well...
He goes kaboom. And because he's not been ruined and killed with it this season, he's one of the better ones from the start of the season and helps carry some of the ones that maybe are going to have to slog right through into the Euros because there'll be a few of them.
And you see as well today, he played Nemanja Matic alongside of him. I think that maybe Matic not being up to pace might have hindered how much he's played as well. Because I think that you can't play McTominay next to him. You can't play Fred next to him.
I wonder why you can't play McTominay next to him, because I think you could.
I don't know. I just think that you need someone that is I'm going to defend, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to do that. And Matic does that role. And I think maybe the fact that he's not been able to do as many minutes as maybe Ollie thought he was going to be able to do has meant that you can't play Donny van der Beek. And hopefully next season, you get someone else. You get there's talk of Rice and the ridiculous figures for him. You talk of maybe Basuma from Brighton or someone along those. Even someone like James Garner comes back into the team and does that role. Maybe you can see a partnership in there. Maybe you see something.
The way all his management's gone, would you put it past him, having go on then, Jimmy? I think he'll get pre-season.
Yeah.
Go on then. Let's have a look what you can do.
Yeah.
Stop me spending 50 mil.
Yeah, go and do that. I'm hoping that's the case. Juan Mata got the penalty, scored the penalty.
Great penalty.
Very good penalty. He's slow in him, I love him, and there's some sharp bits from today, but do you reckon you see Juan Mata playing for Man United next season?
Well, we were just talking about it before we started, because obviously there's things that he does in the local area which seem permanent-ish.
Yeah.
He seems happy doing them. Do we see him playing top-flight football again?
That might not be a thing. I think that, will he want to move for a year or two at best?
Do you see him at Everton?
No.
As a backup? I could.
I don't know.
Right, he's going Burnley? No, because he's way too foreign, right? So he's definitely not going Burnley. Where else in the Northwest can you go? He ain't going to City, forget about it. He ain't going to the Scousers, not a chance.
No.
I honestly could see him, if what we were talking about being like a permanency around here, I could honestly see him going Everton and probably doing quite well, as almost like the role he's done this year for us.
Yeah. Or, here's the other thing. We had another player today that got the captain's armband over him. Do you think that's his last game, Nemanja Matic? Do you think it would be right that United this season, even if they have a good transfer window, let's say we go fucking, not mad, but we get Sancho, Rice and a centre-half, Pau Torres from Villarreal, someone like that. But then you let go of Matic, Mata, De Gea. That could happen. Do you think that's too much experience goes? And do you think that maybe in the back of Ollie's mind, De Gea goes, Matic goes, just keep Mata here, just to be a
maybe. But I don't know what influence those three have particularly in the dressing room, because football isn't just the 90 minutes. No. It's who's shouting at you in training.
Yeah.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Do better. Be better. Do better. What are you doing? Why was you out last night?
Yeah.
All of those sorts of things. That's still leadership that has a massive impact in the 90 minutes that we get to see.
Yeah.
The rest of the week that we don't get to see is where true experience really shines through. So maybe
you see something like that, because you saw Fergie spoke this week to Gary. He's speaking to loads of people, even Jay Motti on the channel. The video, Steve's not spoke to him. Jay Motti has. Make sure you check that out. He was speaking to Gary Neville this week, and Gary Neville asked him the question,
good video,
why did you keep so many of us around? Because he did. And he said, you can't build winners. You can't just bring winners in. Why am I getting rid of winners? You're a winner. Doesn't matter how bad you are on the pitch. Yeah. If you come and do 20 minutes for me and be around the place, it helps. And I think Ollie's got that in the back of his mind. There's a lot of players there. Juan Mata is a winner. World Cup winner. Premier League winner. He's done it all before.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it at Paddock. I'm bringing one of my mates in. He's 37 as fuck. He's got no knees. But he's going to absolutely destroy everyone in training and demand.
That's the thing you want. So you want players like Juan Mata. You want players like Nemanja Matic. So people, calm down if Juan Mata signs a new contract. It may not play.
Is his contract up this year?
I believe so.
So if he just sounds like a rolling 12-monther?
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Right. End of the season. How did you? So you thought it was all right? We thought it's okay. We've done
all right.
Done all right.
Not Ollie out. Just all right.
Stepping stone.
Horrible circumstances. We got through it. If we win the thing on Wednesday night, and unfortunately it is going to be as binary as, was it a good season or a bad season? I don't think necessarily it's going to be a bad season, but I think it'll be like, you have to do better. And here's the thing: some people can go, we've got to be better next year. And it doesn't mean sack everyone.
No.
It can just go, lads, you lot have to do better next year.
Yeah.
Do better next year.
Yeah.
Whereas, and if it's a good season, doesn't mean that would proclaim him to be the best in the world. It means, that was well done, you achieved something.
Yeah.
If we achieve winning the Europa League, well done, you achieved something. Can we go a step further? I don't think that is in the sole hands of a manager, and this is where people fuck it up. Yeah. If you put Pep at Southampton, he doesn't win the fucking league and get to the Champions League final. No. So you have to piss with the cock you've got. And I think the Glazers have got to really back Ollie this summer. And honestly, from a PR perspective alone, you want some of these protests to stop, prove us wrong.
Spend the money.
Why don't we just do it and see what happens? Yeah. Right? Why don't we just fucking see?
Yeah.
There you go. There's all the fucking signage you want. Now what?
See what happens, because it's one of them. You need those players. You need 2 or 3 players to close that gap. Because look, City they've lost Aguero, who's hardly played this season. They're going to strengthen. They'll sign 1 or 2 at least.
You got to hope that they do bring in someone like Harry Kane, and he's all over De Bruyne's toes, and he just makes them dysfunctional. Because we've seen that loads before. Yeah, you've seen. Pep's a fucking right tinkerer as well, and he can get it wrong a lot when he starts fucking overthinking things.
But I think again, we need to improve. You need to do that. Out of 10. Right, the Premier League campaign. Forget Europa League, forget all that. Premier League season, out of 10.
It's got to be a 7 on it.
7 out of 10? Happy with that?
Yeah.
I'll do.
You're not running down the street, swinging a shirt around your head. I want a 7 out of 10, are you?
No.
And you're not getting suicidal sitting in the corner.
You're not Arsenal finishing 8th?
Haven't they finished above Spurs now? Oh, no, Spurs coming back.
Spurs come back.
Fucking hell.
What a funny day that's been. Because at one point...
Serious swings. Someone at Sky, on whoever's on Soccer Saturday.
Oh, they'll have done all sorts. They'll have had graphics and all sorts.
Oh my God,
he scored. I think the worst case scenario happened with top 4, Leicester Liverpool and
third,
and well, even when that kind of got confirmed, it was making me laugh that Chelsea were missing out because there was a bit of a thing there where it goes, you know what? If City end up winning next week, which they probably are, and they get no Champions League and no trophies, it'd have been funny. But they got Champions League now. They finished fourth, but they've got to do the qualifying, so it's not an amazing season for Chelsea. But you've got them in there. West Ham finishing sixth comfortably.
Bonkers, isn't it?
And then
David Moyes,
then Spurs in seventh. They finished above Arsenal, but they qualified for the Europa Conference League. They've got to play off to get into it. So they've got a game to play to get into it.
Daniel Levy won't tell me to fuck that off, though.
No.
You better fucking get in that.
Do you know what happens when you win the Europa Conference League? What you get for the next season?
Europa League.
Europa League, that's it.
Yeah.
You guarantee yourself Europa League football.
It's like a Simpsons episode.
How bad's that? Oh, no. So that's a waste of time. So, look, Manchester United second place, comfortable. That's been Stephen Howson. You've done your own review on your channel, so if you've not watched it already, go and check that one out.
Rio's here in the morning. We're doing a preview for the Europa League final on the channel. So, Matt had Fergie on last week, got Rio on this week.
It's all right, this place, now and again. So,
keep it locked.
Rio's here. So, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check that out in the morning. See you later.